Welcome back, everybody. I got a new haircut just for this occasion right here because you know what time it is. It's time for the Power Rankings. Another week. This one is going to be our second to last edition of the regular season. We're going to get rolling in the playoffs after this. What a week last week was. I have a couple quick reminders for you guys. Some of you guys know this. Some of the new guys might not know this. But when the playoffs do start in week 12, playoff teams can trade with playoff teams, and non-playoff teams can trade with non-playoff teams. But you can't mix them once a playoffs start. You're able to trade after the season's over for like keepers and that such. So if you do want to make a trade before the playoffs start with a playoff team, if you're a non-playoff team, or vice versa, make sure you get that in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, it's really the only reminder I got because I'm really excited. What a week last week was. As you guys know, things are really, really tight still. Still a lot of opportunities for teams to get in. Not quite as many as last week, or I should say things are a lot more complicated as they were last week. But let's get rolling. We have number 12 for another week. The Mexi Narcos coming in at 2-8. Enrico had a huge game from Derrick Henry. He ran all over the Chiefs defense. Tough matchup for the Chiefs, but really good matchup for Derrick Henry. And then Hollywood Brown doing his thing. Lamar Jackson is absolutely unbelievable. I'll talk about him a little bit more later. But Hollywood Brown did his thing again for the Ravens. Big week for Mexi Narcos. He has a chance to make a little bit of playoff seedings, or maybe people that make the playoffs. He has a chance this week against Adam to really make a difference. That's something you love to see. Everybody has playing for something this week. Moving on to number 11, Scam Squad, 4-6 on the season. Things are so tight, so many 4-6 teams. I think things will be a little bit better. That's Mason right there. Mason is one of the dogs that lives here, jumping up trying to get a little press time. Unbelievable. Scam Squad, 4-6 on the year. Devontae Adams back and rolling for the Packers. I watched a lot of that Packers game on Sunday, and he looked really, really good. Devontae Adams back to his elite ways. He's been elite all season whenever he has played, but it's really good to see him play and healthy. Harrison Butker, he's the number one kicker in fantasy this year. I just wanted to highlight that real quick. He's been really, really good for the Chiefs. Lots of field goals and things of that nature. Coming in at number 10, the Hopkins Lymphoma, 3 in a row for Galley. He is hot. Big time win for Hopkins over Run CMC this week. 4-6 on the season. Darius Slayton, a big time matchup. I know Hunter wasn't super happy about that because Darius Slayton put a goose egg up for him the week before. And then Ronald Jones, big pickup for Hopkins Lymphoma. 2 big starts for Galley. Moving on to number 9, staying consistent at number 9. No Luck Ponies, 4-6 on the season. He was in an unbelievable matchup. Actually, the game of the week would insert team name here. Travis Kelce was fantastic for Nacy. And then Golden Tate, once again, doing his thing. He's been really good ever since he returned from injury. Him and Danny Dimes have a great chemistry. Number 8, staying consistent. Number 8, dropping his 3rd in a row. Goff, Hawk, and Lockett. Team name's got to be coming soon, Adam, as Lockett is no longer on the squad, but he knows that. We talked about that quite a bit. It was a matchup between myself and Adam this week. Keenan Allen was really good for him. And then you guys have probably seen this on the app, but John Brown, he's one of only 2 receivers that have 50 yards in every single game this year, just with Michael Thomas. That's how consistent John Brown has been. A Pitt State alum. I know Adam loves that. Moving on to number 7, Gase Ventura, Jet Detective. Utah with a tight loss, a 3-point loss. You hate to see it, 180-177. I believe my memory serves me correctly. DJ Moore was really good for him, and then the San Francisco D almost gave him a chance to come back and win that ball game. San Francisco's been great all year, and they almost pulled something out of the bag for Utah on Monday night. Moving on to number 6, Jay Money, 5-5. Big win for Jay Money. It was close, but he took it down. He staying consistent at number 6. Tyreek Hill, a new addition to the team, and boy, was he good. Wow. Tyreek Hill, 19 targets, I think I saw today. Wow, unbelievable. Matt Gay was really good as well, the kicker. You know I love talking about kickers any opportunity I can, and Matt Gay did his thing for the Bucks. Moving on to number 5, staying consistent at number 5. All these teams are really tight. I'm going to get into that a little bit more later. But off in the woods, 6-4, another big win. He's the one that took down Utah 180-177. Amari Cooper was phenomenal, and I know that Jordan's really excited to have Mahomes back in the lineup, and Mahomes did Mahomes thing. He's unbelievable. Mahomes is so good. We're so lucky to have Mahomes here in Kansas City. We should just start chiseling that statue right away right now. Run CMC at number 4, dropping down from the 2 spot. I mean, it looks, if things go the way that they should, because Run CMC is supposed to whoop my ass this week. Brett's supposed to beat him by like 40 points, which is unbelievable. I think I saw he had 194 points projected, which I don't think I've ever seen it that high before. I know Utah's at like 190, so crazy projections for those two this week. But Brett did drop this last week. Lamar Jackson was incredible, though. He is one of the most athletic human beings I've ever seen in my life. video game stuff for Lamar Jackson. And then Chris Godwin, he's been great all year. Everybody's been trying to acquire Goodwin in a lot of leagues I'm in, and hopefully Goodwin doesn't play well this week. That way I have actually a shot against Brett, because right now I'm supposed to get my clock cleaned. So moving on to number 3, SEC Network. Torrey with the big win last week. Kristen Kirk, 3 tutties. Fantastic week for Kirk, the A&M product, I believe. And then Kyler Murray, a big week, a big start. Had to have it. And with Watson being on a bye, and Murray was very, very good for Torrey. 6-4 on the season. And then insert team name here, getting a big win, moving up to the 2 spot. Hunt, 5-5 on the season. Dalvin Cook is his guy. The Baltimore defense, that's his defense. They were great. Great week once again for insert team name here. And then can't guard Mike or OBJ, 9-1 on the season, 7 in a row for me. Mike Thomas was fantastic. Aaron Jones is that dude. Free Aaron Jones. He's finally freed. And what a game he had for the Packers. The game of the week we have this week, and I'm excited about this one, guys. This one it's amazing how this stuff works out sometimes. But we have the 6-4 off in the woods versus the 6-4 SEC Network. The winner of that matchup will get the other first-round bye. I've locked up a first-round bye, but the winner of Torrey and Jordan is going to get that other bye, which is huge because that means that you get to have the week off in week 12 and you automatically move to the semis. So, wow. That was JoJo. She's growling out there. But yeah, what a week we have ahead. I'll get into a little bit of playoff scenarios too. I put that together for you guys again. Not quite as intensive as last week. Can't guard Mike or OBJ is in. Insert team name here is in with the win, or if they lose and maintain their points for, and also get a loss from either Run CMC or J Money. SEC Network, similar kind of thing for them. SEC Network needs to win, or they lose and maintain their points for over J Money for that playoff spot. Run CMC, they can win, or lose and maintain their points for, as well as getting a loss from either insert team name here or J Money. Off in the woods, they need to win or get a loss, or they lose and maintain their points for over J Money. J Money, we talk about him a lot. If he wins, he also will need to get a loss from either insert team name here or J Money, or he can win and get a loss from Goff, Hawk, and Lockett because he is a tiebreaker over Goff, Hawk, and Lockett. Gase Ventura, Jet Detective, a little bit more complicated. He'll need a win, and if he wins, that will automatically mean that J Money loses. And then he'll also need a loss from insert team name here or Run CMC, and he'll need to score more than that team that loses, which is going to be a lot of points, but still technically possible for Utah to come in and squeeze in. Goff, Hawk, and Lockett will either need to win or they lose, and then they'll get a loss from either Run CMC, insert team name here, or J Money. No Luck Ponies, they need to win and also get a loss from those aforementioned teams, but he'll need to get from all of them. Run CMC, insert team name here, J Money, all 3 of them will need to lose. And then score more than 2 of those teams, and also score more than Gase Ventura, Jet Detective, if Gase Ventura, Jet Detective wins. Scam Squad will need to win and get losses from Run CMC, insert team name here, and J Money. He'll need to score more than 2 of those teams, and then also get more points than Gase Ventura and No Luck Ponies if the 2 of them win. And then Hopkins Lymphoma will need to win, get losses from Run CMC, insert team name here, and J Money. Score more than 2 of those teams, and then also score more points than Gase Ventura, Jet Detective, No Luck Ponies, and Scam Squad. Unfortunately, Mexican Narcos is still out. That was kind of complicated. I went through that kind of fast, but a lot of things got to happen. A lot of teams have control their own destiny. You love to see that, but still an opportunity for a few teams to get in, which I really like to see. I'll go once again with the rankings. Almost sneezed there, but I held it off for you guys. Can't guard Mike or OBJ is at 1. Insert team name here at 2. SEC Network at 3. Run CMC at 4. Off in the Woods at 5. Couldn't hold that one off. Sorry, guys. And then Off in the Woods at 5. J Money at 6. Gase Ventura, Jet Detective at 7. Goff, Hawk, and Lockett at 8. No Luck Ponies at 9. Hopkins Lymphoma at 10. Scam Squad at 11. Mexi Narcos at 12. That's how it's rolling the last week of the regular season. Unbelievably excited as the regular season is coming to a close, and then it'll be playoff time. Week 12 will be the play-in game. The 3 will play the 6. The 4 will play the 5. 1 and 2 overall seeds will have a bye in week 12. And then weeks 13 and 14 will be the semis, 15-16 championship. And week 17 will be either when you celebrate with a beer or drink a beer for your sorrows. Love all you guys. You guys are wonderful people. And I will speak to you all next week. This is the commiss signing off. Best of luck to all you boys and girls.